Welcome again to the Melling Law YouTube channel, where we talk about different estate planning topics relevant to people living in Utah. Today we're continuing this video series about when to update an estate plan or anything that might trigger some kind of change. And today we're specifically talking about businesses, and not necessarily your own. This would be businesses of the beneficiaries that you have, whether this is your children or grandchildren or other loved ones. Usually I'll just talk about children because that's the case in most cases. So these children, if they have any kind of interest in a business, their income and liabilities may be in a constant state of flux. They may be really leveraging everything they've got to grow a business or start a business, or they may have a business that has a little more volatility to it and not necessarily, it isn't quite yet a steady source of income for them, and maybe even never will be just because of the nature of the business. And this is something to think about in your estate plan. Most people, they'll get an estate plan, they want everything to go to their children equally, and they want it to go to them directly. However, with many of these children, if you have especially if you have multiple children, one of them will probably be in some kind of volatile life stage at any given time. And so it's important to take this into account, especially when it comes to businesses. So if you have an estate plan and you want to leave everything to your children, just pay attention to their business interests and their business dealings and see whether or not your estate plan will be affected by that. Some of these kind of big fancy estate plans that were done back in the early 2000s with family limited partnerships and other things like that definitely are or can be very they can be greatly impacted by these types of volatility when it comes to the family businesses of the children who are partners. And it could be that a creditor wants a share of the LLC, and there are some protections there, but depending on how the business is set up and how this estate plan had been set up, it could be that the volatility in your children's life is either going to affect your estate plan now, or it's definitely going to impact their share that they're going to receive out of your estate or be entitled to from your estate. So just keep that in mind. If you have a child who is in a volatile business or is self-employed and may be kind of in a state of flux as far as money goes, or could likely be, we want to make sure the estate plan accounts for that so that the funds that you're leaving behind have the greatest impact for any of your children. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can call us at any time.